Okay, welcome to a bonus edition of the How to Play Two-Finger Thumb Lead Banjo in 7 Essential Steps series, where we are going to learn, I'm going to show you how to play the song Darling Corey. So I promised you a couple of bonus installments where I'll be teaching you 2 tunes. This is one of them. This is an amazing banjo song, and one of the reasons I chose it is because it's great. It's a fantastic song. It's not too complicated to play, but it sounds incredible. It sounds great played two-finger thumb lead style, and it's in a different tuning that seems a little bit unusual at first until you tune your banjo there and you hear it and you play in this tuning, and then it makes perfect sense why your banjo is tuned this way, and it's a perfect illustration of why these different tunings exist and why they're so great and so often used in the banjo and as part of the banjo's tradition. So this tab that I'm going to run through and the one that I'll run through the next video are both in the book that accompanies the 7 Steps series of videos. So if you don't have that already, you can go to fingerstylebanjo.com/2finger, 2 fingers spelled out, to get that to get that book, which includes all of the exercises for the entire sequence of lessons, as well as the tab for this and the other tune we'll be learning, the other song we'll be learning, which is Cluck Ol' Hen. One of the most important things before you set about learning any new song is having that song firmly implanted in your mind, knowing the melody cold so that you can hum it or sing it to yourself. So super important. I'll be making another video covering the process for learning any new song, specifically learning any new song from tab, so stay tuned for that. But the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the song Darling Corey that I recently posted as a video so that you know exactly how it sounds. This is what we're going to be learning. So I'll play it and then I'll come back and we will walk through the tab together.
Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? The revenue officers are coming, gonna burn your steel house down. Sitting on the banks of the sea, had a 44 around her body and a banjo on her knee. Go away, darling Corey. Quit hanging around my bed. Your liquor has ruined my body. Pretty woman gone to my head. Dig a hole in the meadow. Dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Dig a hole in the meadow. Gonna lay darling Corey down. Can't you hear those bluebirds singing? Can't you hear that mournful sound? graveyard ground. Wake up, darling Corey, and go and get my gun. I ain't no man for fighting, but I'll die before I run.
All right, there it is, Darling Corey. Like I said, phenomenal song. Great, sounds so good on the banjo. Now we're going to walk through the tab for this song, so you know how to play it. First things first, we are going to be in what is known as triple C tuning. Triple referring to the fact that there are 3 strings tuned to a C, 2 of which are tuned to the identical pitch. So we're going to have a C on the 4th string. This is the pitch. If you happen to be tuned to standard G tuning, which is G, D, G, B, D, and this string is tuned to the D, you would just tune it 2 half steps down from the D to the C. So that's the note. Next string, the 3rd string, is a G. The 2nd string is a C. It's an octave higher than the 4th string. You can hear how those are the same pitch, an octave apart. If you are in, again, standard G tuning, then this is just a single half step up from your B note on the 2nd string. And then your 1st string is tuned to the same note as the 2nd string. And then your 5th string is tuned to a G, an octave above your 3rd string. So only 2 different notes here, G's and C's, and you strum it sounds like this, which sounds just incredible, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is now walk through the tab for this tune. Just to note, these tab walkthrough videos, this is something that I do regularly as part of the Breakthrough Banjo course. So one of the parts of that course is something called the Vault, which is a large library, an expanding library of tabs for songs in both 2-finger thumb lead style as well as 3-finger old time, 3-finger bluegrass style. And the Vault includes the tabs for those, as well as these walkthrough videos where we go through the tab so that you know precisely how these things are supposed to sound. All right, so what I'm going to do, actually, the first thing I'm going to do before I get to the tab, I'm just going to play through the melody notes on the banjo, since this is serving as an extension of the course where we went through that process of building a 2-finger thumb lead arrangement, starting with our melody and then putting the decorations around it. Let's just make sure we have that melody in mind so that as we're walking through this tab, it won't just be just a bunch of different notes that you play. You'll understand the structure. You'll know which one of these are melody notes and which ones of these are the decorations, including the kinds of decorations that you're doing. So again, the only fretted notes you're going to be playing in this whole song are the 3rd fret of the 4th string, the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You can play this song with just one fretting finger, like your middle finger, the entire time. So the melody starts, wake up, darling Corey. And again, you can probably figure that out with a little bit of time. Again, the only fretted notes there are 3rd fret 3rd string and 3rd fret 2nd string. Wake up, darling Corey. Next phrase, what makes you sleep so sound? Again, What makes you sleep so sound? Just on the banjo. Next phrase, the revenue officers are coming. Last phrase, gonna burn your still house down. Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? The revenue officers are coming. Gonna burn your still house down. Just of note, so playing and singing is covered a lot in the course, but to just getting started with it, just doing what I just did is a great way to begin. Just practice singing the note as you're playing it on the banjo. It will develop your ear and it'll develop your ability to sing and play at the same time. So just using my thumb to find those melody notes and then singing them as I do that. All right, so that's it. So those are the melody notes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate those notes using the techniques that we've discussed as part of the 7 Essential Steps course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up the tab view. So my head is going to disappear. And here is the first 4 measures of our tab. And what I will be doing is playing through each of these measures so you know how it sounds. And I'll use this blue box. Again, I'm recording this live. I'm using this blue box to note which measure I am working on or I'm demonstrating at any point in time. Okay? So this is our first measure. It's like a half measure. It's a pickup to start the song. So it sounds like this. So it's a hammer on from the open third to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and then followed by the 5th fret with the thumb and the open first. Again, remember those are 2 drone notes. Open first is with our index. Now we're going to this next measure. Sounds like this. So again, open 2nd with the thumb, 5th, and then this little roll here. 2nd string with our thumb, 1st string drone, 5th string drone, 1st string drone. So those 2 open 2nd strings are our melody notes. All right? So that whole measure. Next measure sounds like this. We're going to fret that 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So again, sounds like this. All right. And then last measure we see here, same hammer on, open 3rd string to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Ends with a pinch. And remember, the only strings the index is hitting are these open firsts. Your thumb is taking care of everything else. So I'm going to play through now everything that you see at the top of the screen, which sounds like this. One more time, I'll do it a little bit slower. Okay? I'll just so that you're oriented to the song, I'm going to sing it. Wake up, darling Corey. All right? We've played that first melody line. Now we're moving on to this 5th measure. Sounds like this. Almost all of these notes are decorations except for what. That's what we're about to say. What makes what? That's the only melody note in this. The rest are decorations. So again, it sounds like this. All right, next measure sounds like this. Again. only 2 melody notes. Those two. All right. Next measure. Sleep, so. Again. Last measure. So here, our only melody note is that open fourth that starts this measure. Sound. The rest are just decorations where I'm going like this. Just echoing that note there. And again, that's a hammer-on from the open third to the third fret of the third string. That open C string sounds phenomenal. So we want to use every chance we have to play it. Okay, so now everything at the top of the screen sounds like this. And now I'll sing it. What makes you sleep so sound? All right, moving on. Next measure sounds like this. Making sure you guys can see. All right, sounds like that. Again, we're going into that the revenue. So this is the only melody note here. And in the song, you hear that the word the has 2 notes in it, which we're replicating on the banjo like that with the hammer on. Open third to the third fret. So sound the revenue. Now we got this measure, sounds like this. Revenue office. Okay. Next measure sounds like this. Again. Last measure. Again. So again, with the hammer on, starting off with a hammer on the open third string to the third fret of the third string. Ending with a pinch. So everything at the top of the screen sounds like this. Oops, sorry. And I'll sing it. The revenue officers are coming. Sorry, I got ahead of it. Next measure. Sounds like this. We've done this before. Going to go. Again, that's the only melody note there. So it's whole measure again. Sounds like this. Burn, burn. That's that first note. So whole measure sounds like this. Next measure, still house. So again. Last measure. Again. And I'll just play the very last note right here. You just conclude right there. That's the last note of the song if you're going to end it there. So let me, again, play through everything at the top of the screen here. All right. Sounds like this. And then we would end it like this. Or if we're going to go through another time and play it more, we would just fill in that whole measure. Actually, 2 measures. And then we would go back to the beginning. Something like that. All right, let me see about, let's see. I'm going to zoom this tab out here for a second so that I can play through the entire thing as it's tabbed here for demonstration purposes. Now I'm going to sing it and play it as it's tabbed. Wake up, darling Corey. What makes you sleep so sound? The revenue officers are coming. Burn your still house down. Okay, and you can see once you have those notes, you can just play around with what to put around them if you want to, if you feel confident to do that. That's it. Darling Corey. So if you have any questions about it, please leave them in the comments. And again, I'll be back to do one more bonus lesson, one more tab walkthrough. And again, you can find a lot more of these 2-finger thumb lead tabs and walkthrough videos as part of the course if you're interested. And just remember, you can, if you don't have the tab for this song yet, you can get it by going to fingerstylebanjo.com/2finger to grab the whole book that accompanies the course. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.